Hello, grade 10s. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I know it's really weird to be working from home. It's weird for me too. I don't like it. I would much rather be in our classroom sewing and working on cool projects and chatting with everyone. It's very weird working from home. But we have to do it, and so we're gonna do it the best we can. I wanted to explain a little bit about the mock magazine project. Okay, I don't know, I'm not fancy with technology. I don't know how to do a video and then put a document on the screen. So I'm just gonna read the assignment to you because I know a couple people are confused. So I thought I would just explain it to you a little more, okay? So, mock magazine project. So this is a chance for you to use your creativity and design skills again. I'm trying to focus a little more on that because I know it's a bit more fun as opposed to just reading a textbook and answering questions. So I'm trying to give you some more of the fun sort of projects that are still covering our curriculum and things that we need to do in our class. So we are making a fake magazine. Okay, so that assignment that we did a while ago, you did it with a sub where you read a magazine article and then you were answering some questions about it. This sort of comes from that a little bit in that now you're making your own little magazine, but you're only doing a little bit of it. You're not making a whole magazine, so don't freak out. You don't need to write pages upon pages of things. Okay, so I'm gonna read through this for you right now. Okay, so mock magazine project. You're going to create the following for your project. A magazine cover. Okay, so when you picture a magazine, it has the cover, it has the title, and then it has a picture, and then it'll usually also have a bunch of different titles of articles. Okay? And if you can't think of what a magazine looks like, Google it. Just Google magazine cover or teen magazine or fashion magazine, and then you'll get lots of ideas. Okay? So you can use whatever you want to create this, okay? If you want to do it on paper with pencil crayons or markers, you're more than welcome. I know not everyone likes to do that. If you don't feel confident in your drawing skills or whatever, not everyone has really nice printing or calligraphy. You can use a computer. You can use Poster My Wall. That's a really good website for making posters, which you could also easily turn into a magazine cover. You could use just Microsoft Word or Google Docs, whatever you want, but I want you to get creative with it. Or maybe there's a cool app or website that you guys know of that I don't know of that is good for creating things, right? Even if you think of on Instagram and you can put in all those little GIFs and pictures in your story, if you could somehow use that to make a magazine cover, I don't know, maybe not. Ignore what I just said. So what I want from you for your magazine cover, you need a title. So think of what you want to call this fashion magazine and try and relate it to fashion. I had someone email and ask if they could do it about something a little different. And I said, yes, that's fine, but it has to relate to fashion in some way because this is clothing and textile design class, right? So we do have to keep it in that realm. But if you want to do it about gaming or video games or whatever, you can, but you have to relate it to fashion somehow, okay? So get creative with that. So make up the title of what you want your magazine to be called, whatever you want it to be called, to come up with a cool name. Make sure it's appropriate though. A publication date and month, so you can say April 2020. Have a picture, so the picture can be whatever you want. Usually on the front of a magazine, they'll have maybe a celebrity or a model or someone. You can have the picture of yourself if you want, or you can just find a picture online of someone that looks cool and that's wearing the sort of fashion that you want to portray in your magazine. Okay, and then you need to list 3 feature stories or articles. You are not writing 3, you're only writing 1, okay? But I want you to come up with the names of 3 because that's how a magazine title or a magazine page would look. Okay, now, when you're writing your article, you have some choices, okay? And I know it seems like there's a lot here, but I was just trying to give you choices to make it easier for you. So you only have to do one of these things and you can pick what you want to do. So you can do an advice column with a picture. So you're giving advice on a certain topic that's related to fashion. Or you can do an interview article make sure you include a picture. You can interview a friend or a family member. Might be easier to do like a sibling or family member, someone who lives at home, or you could call up a friend and interview them and then like write down all of your information. But again, if you're doing the interview, you have to make sure you're talking about fashion topics, right? So you do have to do a little bit of research with this so you know what you want to write about. Okay, or you can do a feature article with a picture. So you can just be talking about trends in teen fashion right now, or maybe quarantine fashion. I know a lot of people are wearing like really comfy clothes these days, myself included, right? You can have fun with it. Okay, so I'm gonna read a little more here. So for your article, if you choose to write a feature article, you can do it on a human interest piece. So human interest stories appeal to emotions. These stories usually include anecdotes and make the reader sympathize with people in the story. You could do a profile. So a profile article are often a reporter's interpretation of a person. Popular magazines may use question and answer sessions to paint a better portrait of the profiled person. Or you can make a how-to article. These are self-explanatory. They're instructional articles that advise the reader how to do certain things. In magazines, the how-to articles are features about relationships, makeup, and fashion. Or informative. An informative feature contains more research. They are written to provide the reader with the knowledge that is necessary to do a task or avoid danger. Okay, so when you're writing your article, I don't need it to be super, super long. If you want to do like a one-page thing double spaced, that's cool. That's like more than enough. If you're just really struggling even getting like one paragraph out, then that's what it will be, okay? I do want to go over the rubric real quick because I always like to do this in class, so might as well do that now. Okay, so I included your rubric so you know where all of your marks are coming from for this. Okay, so it is out of 26 marks. So we start off with the information on the cover. So your cover page, you need to have a title. That is worth 1 mark. Okay, the publication month and year is worth 2 marks. So you should say April 2020, or you can make up a date. It doesn't have to be April. Okay, you should have a picture, a nice big picture. That's worth 1 mark. And your feature stories are listed, a minimum of 3. Remember, these are just titles. You're not writing the actual article, but you can make up some cool like article names that maybe you would have written. That's worth 3 marks. Okay, now the second part for your article. This is where most of your marks are coming from. So your article is well written. That is out of 10 marks. So make sure you have some nice info in there, okay? Also, if you are using info that you're finding online, make sure you're not plagiarizing. Don't copy and paste. But if you're taking some info or ideas, just maybe add that at the bottom so I can see where you got that from, sort of like a bibliography, okay? Make sure you have a picture with your article. That's worth 1 mark. Your formatting is worth 1 mark. So how it looks, right? I don't want to just see like a big block of writing. You want to make sure you use indents and paragraphs because that's how you would actually write something properly. Okay, neatness and creativity is out of 5 marks. So just get really creative with this project. This is supposed to be fun, okay? And then spelling and grammar is worth 2 marks. So make sure you use your spell check and just read it through. You know, you don't want to have run-on sentences and those sort of things, okay? And for total, it's out of 26. So I hope I answered all the questions. I hope you have some fun with this. It's just a creative project, okay? And I'm trying to keep it creative for you. I may or may not continue to make these videos. I think they're a little helpful. Let me know if this video helped you, okay? I hope you're all doing well. I really miss you. I really miss being at school, but I hope that you're staying home and staying safe and following the rules, because the sooner everyone follows all these rules, the sooner we'll be able to go back to a normal life, okay? See you later. Bye.